Witam Państwa bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym materiale. Przed nami misja Antidotum. Jest to przedostatnia misja w grze. Zanim jeszcze podążymy dalej, pogadamy z tą babką.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale.
Can I help you, Dr. Reed?
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No, it's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Frogmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You are lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
Dobra.
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. He kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Okej.
What can you tell me?
Never heard of him.
Really? He's very well known in London, throughout the country even.
Is he a big shot or something? Never interested in politics myself. All words and no action.
Goodbye.
Dobra, lecimy do Lady Ashbourne. Powoli, małymi krokami, nieubłaganie zmierzamy się do końca. Do walki z katastrofą. Raczej kataklizmem. Nie wiem, czemu tutaj gra mnie gdzieś kieruje. Jak ja mam tutaj iść do domu? A, jeszcze czeka nas walka. Pałka jest to prawda wolna, ale ma dobre obrażenia. No proszę, tu jeszcze jakieś rzeczy się nam pojawi. Wiecie co? Ja chyba nie byłem na górze. W domu Lady. Tak mi się coś wydaje, widzicie? Dracula. Dla inspirującej Lady Ashbourne w życiu jest miejsce na mrok i na światło. Pani jest światłem. Bram Stoker.
It's locked, all right.
Prawdopodobnie musiałbym ją zabić, żeby tutaj zdobyć klucz do tej skrzyni.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Był przestępcą, był głupi.
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh, God.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
U. Zgromadź składniki antidotum. Uzyskaj krople krwi Williama Marshalla od Lorda Redgrave. Uzyskaj krople krwi od Artura McColluma. Przeszukaj insuliny w starej kostnicy szpitala Pembroke. Ja pierdzielę. Tragedia krwawej nocy. Po wielkim polowaniu pozostała nas zaledwie garstka. Pamiętam, jak wszyscy daliśmy się zaskoczyć nagłemu uderzeniu wroga. Część ocalałych postanowiła odejść. Nie winię ich, choć żałuję, że zabrakło im hartu ducha. Potrzebujemy bowiem odwagi, by chronić interesów tego imperium. Potrzebujemy odwagi, by chronić naszych wartości. No tu już szukam, patrzę, czy my tutaj nie mamy jeszcze coś do zebrania. Oprócz tego, że tam skrzynia jest zamknięta, to chyba nie. Jeszcze się tu rozejrzę dookoła. Wcześniej tutaj rozmawialiśmy. Mamy tu jakiś pamiętnik jeszcze. Warto to przeczytać. No, okej, powiedzmy, że przeczytane. Jak ktoś chce przeczytać, niech spauzuje film. Dostępna nowa wskazówka. Czyli co? Czeka nas tutaj mała podróż. Pójdziemy najpierw w lewo.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need.
Pójdziemy wpierw do kryjówki Ascalon. Tam w piwnicy jest jedna wskazówka dotycząca wiedzy. To się nazywa baza wiedzy, czy jak? Kompendium wiedzy. Kompendium wiedzy. Chyba jeszcze kawałek, jeszcze kawałek.
Whose blood could be purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a drop.
Sir, you are not welcome.
O cholera.
These leaflets were telling the truth all along. Nobody takes some seriously.
O cholera.
You are not welcome.
No i co teraz? Ja pierdzielę. Jak my się teraz tam dostaniemy? Holy crap.
I must.
Nie wiem czasem, czy nie będziemy mogli tutaj wejść od tyłu. No, chyba możemy. Udało się. Jeszcze wrócę do
I'm
piwnicy.
still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to.
Ajajajaj. 35 poziom go się przejdzie. A ty draniu wstrętny. O matko, ja pierdzielki gość. Wytrzymały. Tutaj mamy jeszcze wejście do tej piwnicy. Tutaj zdaje się, że jest jeden fragment kompendium wiedzy. Zdaje się, że go zebrałem, ale jeszcze tutaj się upewnię, że gdzieś tutaj nie zostawiłem. Tutaj chyba było tak, zebrałem to. Okej, mamy to. Dobra.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is more important than the club, you, or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands. You again?
I have a few...
You hold in that vial the most...
Dobra, nie chcę z nami rozmawiać, ale mamy to, czego szukamy. Nie wiem, czegoś mnie wypuści tędy. Dobra. Lecimy dalej. Lecimy do szpitala Palmbreg, a później się udamy tutaj. Czekajcie, muszę odzyskać krew Artura. Poszukuję insuliny w starej kostnicy szpitala Palmbreg. Dobra.
Good evening,
I won't lie to you.
Do you realize you are ruining your family, Clarence? Don't you see the risk here?
Money isn't important. Not important when it is a matter of life and death. That is what my dear Venus cannot understand.
Tell me what you have discovered about vampires, Clarence.
They've always been here. And if you search for long enough, you realize others know about these devils too. I'm not alone.
Have you shared your research with anybody else?
No. But I've published my leaflets all across the city, hoping that someday someone will realize I'm printing the truth.
What do you mean you're not alone? Who have you met?
The Guard of Prewin, the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, Ichabod Throgmorton. Those names always pop up when you dig deep enough.
Have you spoken with any of them?
No. With the quarantine, it's almost impossible to leave the West End. But as a doctor, maybe you could, Johnny.
Are you asking me to help you prove the existence of vampires, Clarence?
Yes, Johnny. Please, gather all the information you can find about vampires and bring it to me. You're the only friend I have left. I need you.
Da nam zadanie? O, no, są między nami.
Clarence, tell me about the vampire you saw in France.
I was enjoying my leave in Rouen. I left the bar, took a shortcut back to the barracks. I saw it in a back alley. An officer in a stained uniform, biting into a soldier's neck.
But you were drunk, weren't you? Are you sure these two men were not just kissing?
Please don't insult me, Johnny. I hid, and I saw him leave. Then I saw the body, drained of all blood. I've seen the same marks here in London since I've returned.
Did you ever see that officer again?
No. He wore the uniform of the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. I did some research, but found no trace of him. He probably stole it from a previous victim.
Dobra, wszystko mamy.
You need some rest.
Jest zdrowy, nie potrzebuje leczenia. Jeszcze udało nam się tutaj, kurczę, zadanie znaleźć. Znać płodne jest łono bestii, znać herezja czystej krwi. To są chyba te artykuły na temat kompendium wiedzy. Także jeszcze nam trochę tutaj tych elementów brakuje. Lecimy do szpitala. Na nieszczęście trzeba chodzić tutaj na piechotę.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Jeszcze jedna, jeszcze jedna.
I have this thirst for blood.
Czy my tędy przejdziemy? Przejdziemy tędy, dobra.
Don't come closer, sir. Over there! There's one of them birds! Here, go easy! We do the Lord's mine, Vermin! He's dead!
No. No, wreszcie. W sumie to niepotrzebnie wykorzystałem to. Mamy i tak regenerację. Kurczę, kolejni przeciwnicy, nie chcę z nimi walczyć.
Best be moving on. Not a safe place right now, sir.
Musimy do kosnicy znowu wejść. Już ile tam razy byłem, nie chcę nawet wiedzieć i pytać. Gdzie to tego typa to można by załatwić.
Hello again, Mr.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Dzięki temu zdobędziemy klucz. A do jej kryjówki. Chyba, że to był ten drugi. O kurde, gdzie my go mamy uprowadzić? Matko. Wysi krew. Jesteś mój.
Oswald. I'm sorry to leave you alone.
Szabla
Avenge me,
Newtona.
my love.
Medal wojenny. Duży klucz. Oswald Teacher. No, jestem ciekawy, co my tutaj znajdziemy. Opium. Sprężyna. Ale nędza. Dobra, bierzmy się do roboty.
Good evening. Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
No, już nie żyje.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
Yeah, I thought about what I could do to survive, just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Ja pierdzielę, jaki zjeb.
Do you need...
No thanks.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care.
Zobaczmy, ile nam się tutaj udało. Kogo tu zabiłem? Whitechapel, Szpital Permbreak. A tu jest. A, tego też możemy zabić, ale nam da tylko tysiaka. To nie warto za tysiaka zabijać.
Hey, Doc.
Wszystkie tutaj mamy już odblokowane ścieżki. Dobra, lećmy w takim razie do kostnicy. A czemu mnie gra tam kieruje? Co się stało? Czekajcie, czy ja mogę tędy przejść? Ej, tędy chyba nie przejdziemy, kurde. A czekajcie, wróć, tutaj coś jest. Chyba się da przejść.
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Znać insulina w kostnicy. Się przestraszyłem. Insulina. Gdzie my tu insulinę znajdziemy? Shit. Jest to piąty poziom. Insulina. Jak ja znajdę insulinę tutaj? Coś mi się wydaje, że musimy chyba na dół zejść. Słyszę tam jakieś głosy. Albo na górę. O, gra nas kieruje jednak. Tym razem. Shit.
Lisa, over there! The beast must die! A leech! A leech! Watch it! It's a killer!
To już nie są przelewki. 35 poziom to... O kuźwa mać. Masakra. Lepiej byłoby się zająć najpierw tym może słabszym przeciwnikiem. Szczególnie ten ogień jest tutaj. Nie mogę się uleczyć, cholera. Ja pierdzielę, ale emocje. Nasze życie tutaj zaraz się odnowi samo. O, tutaj chyba coś mamy, dobra.
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Dobra. Możemy grać dalej. A tutaj jeszcze jest jakieś wejście na górę. A tutaj nie ma nic ciekawego. Dobra. Idziemy po ostatni składnik. Na cmentarz. Idźmy na cmentarz teraz. Tylko pytanie, czy... O, tędy się nie przedostanę, natomiast... Tędy już prędzej, dobra. Straciłem rachubę.
Get them weapons ready! Roll back to the hell that spawned you! It's a leech! Kill it! Steady, boy! We've got one of them!
Kurde, ile tu jest.
A leech! A leech! Over there! There's one of them! Fuck! He's dead!
Przydałby gościa się tutaj napić. A, niestety nic z tego nie wyszło. Gdzie my się mamy udać? Prawdopodobnie na górę. Aj, kolejny przeciwnik.
If McCullum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital
Speak
ingredient
English,
in my
do
recipe.
ya? There's one of them! Stupid beast!
No, cholera jasna. Ej, no kurde, ja się cofam. Fuck. Dobra. Mamy przynajmniej cały pasek zdrowia. Najpierw prosto.
It's a leech! This one's mine! Leech! Don't like that, do ya?
Zła ścieżka. Ej, co się stało? Chyba nie mogę sterować postacią. No szlak! To się zjebało. Straciłem kontrolę całkiem nad postacią. Szlak by to trafił. Chyba lepiej będzie, jak tędy pójdziemy.
You're mine, vermin!
babeczka jest też dobrana. Że znika, to jeszcze wybucha i wali jakimś trującym gównem. Ten makolon to będzie prawdopodobnie tutaj na samej górze. Jestem tego pewien. Ej, tutaj się coś miga? Chyba jest. McCollum.
Good evening, Vampire Hunter.
Are you here to end me, Leech? You'll find I will not be killed easily.
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The Guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you... You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
A creature called a disaster is about to be unleashed. It falls upon me, as once it did Marshall, to stop it before the whole country is ravaged.
I should have destroyed that book. And yet, I wish I could join this battle alongside you. But this crusade is not mine to fight.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Mamy krew.
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Prewin. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
What will the Guard of Prewin do now? Will you stop the Great Hunt?
Yes. But we shall continue to protect innocents from beasts like you and your red-headed friend.
Like me?
I am indebted to you for sparing me at Pembroke. But this won't always be the case. I'm no coward like those St. Paul's Stowe brothers.
How long have you known Lady Ashbury? Where is she? And what will you do to her?
We saw you meeting her, so of course we investigated. But she is gone. Our scouts reported she has sold some paintings and departed for an unknown destination.
Okej.
Until we meet again.
I co teraz? Misja dobiegła końca. Znajdź kryjówkę, w której stworzysz antidotum. A, naszą kryjówkę. O proszę, tutaj chyba nas jeszcze nie było. A nie, byliśmy tutaj. Tutaj szpiegowaliśmy pogrzeb swojej siostry. O, kryjówka jest tutaj na szczęście. Dosyć blisko.
Die, vermin! Shit, that leech is fast!
nasza kryjówka. Szukam jeszcze tutaj kompendium wiedzy, ale nie widzę. Wspomniał Williama Marshalla. Co to jest? Serum stworzone na podstawie receptury na łzę aniołów. Zamiast czosnku dodano insulinę, aby wzmocnić ochronę przed infekcją katastrofy. Dobra, mamy wszystko. Tu mamy jeszcze tą zwyczajną szablę. Czwarty poziom, ale to ona by zdała tylko 210 obrażeń. - 240 obrażeń. 330.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
Zanim to zrobimy, to jeszcze Antidotum, misja dobiegła końca, rozumiem. Tak, królik doświadczony. Leczenie czy 400. To się przyda. - 1500. Tej katastrofy to prawdopodobnie nie będziemy mogli ugryźć, więc nawet tego nie będę rozwijał. - 780 punktów. W tym momencie już chyba nie jestem nic w stanie ulepszyć. Też ciekawa umiejętność. Szkoda, że jej mgła cienia. Też ciekawa umiejętność. Dobra, zaraz zobaczymy, co się wydarzy. Kto zachoruje. Kto się uzdrowi. Przypadkowe zgony. Mieszkańcy Londynu żyją w strachu przed lekarzami. Zbyt późne interwencje. Bezczelnie faworyzowanie niektórych pacjentów i eksperymentalne kuracje szpitala boryka się z gorszą chorobą niż wielu pacjentów. Ten brak profesjonalizmu jest szczególnie ewidentny w szpitalu Pembroke w Whitechapel, gdzie dentologia została odesłana do lamusa dawno temu. Zmęczenie, przeziębienie, migrena. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okej, moi drodzy, tutaj sobie skończymy ten odcinek. Misja Antidotum dobiega końca, zrobiliśmy 30 level, ja się z wami żegnam. Trzymajcie się, cześć!